Hello everyone, I welcome you to OBMELCH SMARTBIM, a platform where we give tutorials on how to use the Autodesk Revit as beginners. So I've done various videos on how to navigate yourself through the interface, the things that you are supposed to do before you start any design. So today I have some building plan that I'm going to work on. I'm going to give tutorials on how to use the Revit. So this is the interface of the Revit. The moment you open it, it's the interface of the Revit. You see your architecture has already. So before I start, how to generate my levels. Yeah, how to generate my levels. So what I'll do is that I'll go to the elevation. I'll go to the project browser, then look for elevation. Then you can use any of the elevations to set your levels, but mostly I use the south elevation. So I'll click on the south elevation. So this is the south elevation. So the moment you click on the south elevation, you see that you have your level 0 and your level 1. So the distance between them is 4,000. I'm using millimeters. So 4,000, that's 4 meters. So the building that I'm going to work on is a single story. That means I'm not going to add a lot of levels to it. So it's a single story that I'm working on. So I'm going to set my levels. So because I'm producing a plan and architectural drawing, I have to include my foundation, my ground floor, my ground level, and also my roof. You can decide to include the ceiling level to it, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah. So what I'll do is that now I want to generate my levels, my ground level and my foundation level. So what I'll do that the shortcut for level is LL. So the moment you click on LL, you see that there are scoping for you. So you see this side, you see this ribbon tab here. So you see draw. So you see lines and click lines. So I'll click on the click lines. So the moment I'll click on the click line, you see offset. So I want mine from the ground floor to my ground level to be 600. So I'll click on 600. Then I'll come. You see that the moment you locate it to the default level, see that it has picked it. So I want my ground level to be 600. Then I want from my ground level to my foundation base to be also 600. Then you click escape to escape. Then from my ground level to my ceiling will be 3,000, right? Then we'll add some blocks to it, maybe 2 costs. So I'll reduce this 4,000. So you click on this, double click on it. So I'll reduce this 4,000 to 3,400. I'll get it. Yeah. So this is it. So I'll rename this side. I'll rename this side foundation. Foundation. Click enter. Yes. Then I'll name this side ground level. Yes. Okay. Then I'll name this side to ground floor. Ground floor. Yes. Okay. Then I'll have my roof level. Roof level or roof. Any of them. That yes. Okay. So I have my levels. I've already set up my levels. You can see it nicely. So I click on this. You see this add able. Okay, nicely. Okay, click on it. And drop it down so that you can see it very well. You can do the same thing to the ground floor, the ground level. You can click on the add able so that you can break it. You can see it. So when you go to your project browser and go to the floor plans, you see your foundation there, you see your ground floor there, you see your ground level, you see your roof there, you see your sides too there. So I want to start from the foundation, so I'll click on the foundation. Okay, so this is the foundation level. So I'll click on the foundation. So I'll go to the architecture, the Revit tab. I will locate search for architecture. So you see wall, you see door, you see windows, you see the components, columns, roof, ceiling, floor, body. So the shortcut for wall is WA. Can type WA, or you can go to the architecture tab, then you look for wall, then you click on it. So the wall you see at it will appear at the property side. So you see different kinds of wall. You have the basic wall there. So you can go through the walls, then you look for. So mostly the wall that I use is for FND 440 ELK. Then I'll click on that. Then I'll go to edit tab. So the edit type, I'll go to structure, then I'll look for edits. Then I'll go to structures. You see that the thickness of the wall is 440, so I can decide to choose maybe 550. That's I think 6 inches. So 150, then I'll click apply. Okay, so you see I have my wall here. I have my wall over there. So the wall, when you go to the property tab, you see that it will give you the base constraints, then the top constraint. The top constraint means where do you want the height to be? I'll get it. Maybe I want the height of my wall from the foundation straight to maybe the roof, and click on the roof. I'll get it. So the moment you click on the roof, you see that the unconnected height is 4,600. I'll get it. That means from the ground, the foundation base to the roof. I'll get it. Yeah. We'll have this here. Okay, so let's start. So maybe let me locate a place, then right click. So from this side, I want it to be 4,800. 4,800. Enter. Okay. Then I'll move to this side. Move to this side. I want this side to be maybe 6,000. It's a master bedroom. So I want this side to be 6,000. Then I'll move it to this side. So the same thing to this side. I see. Okay, so I'll move to this side. So I want this side to be 6,000. This area. Then I'll apply to this side. This side. This side. Okay. Nicely. 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 So you can see it. So you can look it at the 3D form. So you click on 3D. So nice. So if you see, you can update it. When you right click and you pull your shapes, so I can decide to hide these levels in the 3D. So you go to hide it, hide it. See, you can make it in a realistic form. So I click this realistic. Go to realistic. So to show how it is. Show you how it is. Okay, let's wait for it. Yeah. You see how it looks like. Nice. Let's continue. Okay, let's continue the work that we are doing. Let's continue. So wall WE. Okay, so I want from this side to this side to be, let's say, maybe 1. Yeah, let's say escape. Want from this side to, let's say, 1.2. Let's say 1150. See, then I'll move to this side. Okay. I want this side to be 27, so 2850. 2850. Okay, 2850. Then I want this side to be 315. 3150. Nicely. Then let's take it to this side. Okay. So see how it's going. See how it's going. Yeah, see how it's going. So I'll continue with another video. I'll end here. I'll add another video to it. Thank you.